Transgender People in the Bathroom by Aaron Costello. Transgender people can now face a fine or even jail time for using the bathroom according to their gender identity in the U.S. According to the ordinance in Texas, it requires people to use the bathroom according to their biological sex. Most transgender people do not feel comfortable with using the bathroom of their biological sex. It is not fair that transgender people have to use the bathroom according to their biological sex when it was not their choice to have the desire to be the opposite sex. It was their choice for some transgender people to undergo the surgery to finally be who they want to be and feel proud of who they are. It is terrible that transgender people are forced to use the bathroom they do not want to. It is unjustified that trans women are killed for using the men's bathroom and they're jailed for using the women's bathroom. Transgender people are people that their gender identity does not align with their biological sex. Having surgery to change the opposite sex does not make someone transgender. It is about their gender identity. Transgender people not being able to go in the bathroom of their choice affects way more people than you think. There are estimated of 700,000 transgender people that live in the U.S. Very recently, Barack Obama's administration told public schools across the U.S. to let transgender people in the bathrooms and locker rooms that aligns with their gender identity. Some states across the country are now considering bathroom bills that could award thousands of dollars in damages to anyone who shared a bathroom with a transgender person, creating a perverse incentive to try and seek out and accuse people who might be transgender in the bathroom. Recently, the store Target has allowed for transgender people to use the bathroom they desire. It is extremely unfair that transgender people feel uncomfortable at a public place to go to the bathroom, which leads to a transgender person delaying going to the bathroom, which is unhealthy according to the U.S. Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration. Another common strategy for TGNC people is limiting liquids, which leads to dehydration. Transgender people not allowed in the bathroom they desire is affecting their health. Some people believe that individual bathrooms can be a solution to this problem. Transgender people should not be singled out, but unisex bathrooms are a good idea. They provide more options for transgender people, for people with young children, and people with disabilities who need help with someone from a different gender. Many people strongly believe that transgender people should not be punished for going into the bathroom they feel comfortable in. Many people are against transgender people in the bathroom that aligns with their gender identity because they are scared for the protection of themselves and their kids if anyone is allowed to go any bathroom they want to, even though there has been 0 reported cases of transgender people attacking someone in the bathroom. Recently, an architect in Chicago made a solution to this problem. The architect designed private gender-neutral bathrooms for everyone. In Article 1 of our textbook, it tells us that everyone was created by God for love and happiness. He wants us to live a loving relationship with Him for all eternity. By not letting transgender people into the bathroom they desire, they feel like an outcast. We should be helping people instead of turning them away. Everyone was created in the image of God, therefore they have the dignity of a person. Transgender people are being treated differently by not being allowed in the bathroom that aligns with their gender identity. According to the natural law, discrimination is not allowed, but transgender people are being treated differently than everyone else. This verse in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5 is ignored a lot today. Both genders wear jeans today and other clothing identical to the opposite gender. How come then transgender people are not allowed in the bathroom that aligns with their gender identity? This verse in John chapter 7 verse 24 tells us not to judge others by the way they look. We should not judge transgender people on what bathroom they want to go in. A church is free to discriminate against people who have had a sex change operation or who violate any other biblical tenets of the church. This means that the church may exclude such persons from membership, limit their activities, or require that they use gender-appropriate clothing as a condition of attendance. Most places do not let transgender people in the bathroom that aligns with their gender identity, but recently in the U.S., public schools do. Transgender people should be allowed in the bathroom they desire so they can feel comfortable. There should be more gender neutral bathrooms over the world to give that comfort to these transgender people. And sin of commission because it was their choice to do that action. People are scared that if transgender people are allowed in the bathroom, they desire that they will be harassed, which is capital sin. The Catholic Church teaches that the body and soul are so united that one's gender identity is rooted in one's biological identity as male and female. In Catholic teaching, one's sexual identity is considered a reality deeply inscribed in man and woman. It is the conviction of the Catholic Church that genetically, anatomically, and chromosomally the body reveals the divine plan, and that humans are obliged to regard their bodies as good and to hold them in honor since God has created them. Therefore, to attempt gender transitioning is contrary to the teachings of the Catholic Church. People are scared of transgender people in the bathroom that matches their gender identity because of rape, which is lust. Hope is a virtue that is needed because more people have to believe in transgender people and that they will not hurt you. Unisex bathrooms are a good idea at more places. Transgender people would not be an outcast in the bathroom and they would feel very comfortable.